Oh, hello everyone. We weren't told it was starting. Hello. My name is ALTTPR. I am here with CDV. We are commentating for Acmlm and Sawneyrath11. Our tracker today is Acmlm, and we're on Speed Gaming 4.
Hey, good evening, Zelnus. Yeah, really looking forward to this. It's a privilege to commentate a match by Acmlm here. I'm really looking forward to seeing how well these runners do.
Yeah, me too. These guys are... Well, I don't know much about Sawneyrath. Oh, bow start today. This is the first ring. I've commentated and restreamed a bunch of these, and I haven't seen the bow start yet. It's like 4 or 5 a day.
Well, that certainly opens up a lot of early options for our runners. Eastern Palace is definitely a prime opportunity for them now with the bow already collected.
Mm-hmm. And so Eastern Palace is doable. I mean, they don't have the lamp. It won't be in sequence, but most runners can do at least Eastern Dark. I know Acmlm will be able to do the harder one very easily, simply. It's not actually too difficult if you learn a few tricks. You can lose a little bit of time just to make sure you get through it. Using arrows to kind of track where you are and where the enemies are. But we can get to that later if we see it. For now, we will see the bow kind of be used to very quickly dispatch the enemies here. Another piece of heart.
Yep. And a nice bomb pickup by Sawneyrath. Acmlm electing not to utilize the bow to kill the enemies in that first... not first, but in one of those rooms there. So, brief advantage for Sawneyrath as far as the bomb situation is concerned.
And going into the other blue guard room. Oh, tons of money. We already have a bomb too, so we're set for the early game here. Early game routing wise. I wouldn't even bother with anything. Like enemy wise from here on out. Just get through and beat it. Looks like we're getting audio in now. There isn't too much to talk about in this first part of the game. Not every runner is going to utilize pumping, but Acmlm will. He will gain actually a pretty significant advantage with his high skill level at ALTTP, no major glitches. Pumping is a technique that you use to basically gain time throughout the run when you don't have boots. It's a movement technique where when you're moving in the north or east direction, north or west directions, if you move in a perpendicular direction to that as well, you'll basically save frames as you move. So that we haven't gotten any other item other than this bow, but that's pretty important.
You know, the only thing our runners are really looking for routing-wise in this early phase is to see if the map is collected. If you do not find the map all the way through the sewers, you can safely skip the sanctuary chest by a couple of seconds of time.
Mm-hmm. On top of that, the other thing that they'll be looking for is if they get anything in these last few chests here, they're going to really want to consider going to Eastern. If you can route in, like, if you can get, like, the bottle or even Dark World access before you go into Kakariko, that saves a little bit of time. So you may see when with bow start, I didn't even realize that was the 10 bomb that they got. That's perfect.
Not quite a 10 bomb weapon start, but close enough.
Mm-hmm. 2 different starts. At least this isn't a random sword to end the fun with the bow. Switching to the bomb to be able to break open this door here. And there's the sword. And we did find the map. You're going to see ACMLM save a little bit of time here with movement. Going to the top of this room instead. Well, that saves is basically instead of going halfway back down the room and then back up, you'll do that. Now, you saw Sawneyrath slash that bat technically in his way. If you hold onto that left wall, the bats will never ever hit you. They always swoop to the right every time, no matter where you are. So you can always avoid them by hugging that wall. Okay, and we're moving up to the north. ACMLM is not. He's opted to save a little bit of time by not checking these things here. Nothing at the vanilla mushroom. But yeah, neither going to Eastern Palace. And nothing on Lumberjack Ledge, which is why most people skip it. It's a very low percentage chance for that to be anything. And it doesn't matter what's there until you have the boots and some addendum killing potential.
All right, let's see what Blind's Hideout has in store for ACM here.
They're going to try to pay up all this extra money, and that's because Zora is on the table with how much money they're... Oh, and a bottle, so that covers another thing in this place. To really feel comfortable, they'll want another $100.
And there's the flippers for ACM in the back of the well. That's going to open up even more routing possibilities now with that out of the way.
Yeah, that's... So, one interesting thing you could do here is you could skip... you could skip the bottle vendor and hand in the... hand in your 500 rupees. I doubt, yeah, neither racer was going to do that, but it was an option.
And bottle vendor living up to his name, providing a bottle with a red potion.
Yeah. Vanilla, because all bottles are essentially the same item. They just are sometimes filled with contents, and that's just a function of the randomizer. So that's essentially a vanilla bottle. And Sitcade's going to provide us with a piece of heart. Which, for ACMLM, give him another full heart. So that's always nice to grab.
And there's our first of the 3 medallions collected with the Quake in the back of the tavern.
Mm-hmm. I didn't catch what was on the library there, actually. That's my bad.
Just 3 bombs, no problem. There's nothing,
Yeah, okay.
nothing of significance there. And at the race, we have just a heart container.
Just a piece of heart, yeah, or a heart container. That's not worth getting. If you did the race game instead, like you spent the bomb and the time to go all the way over there, I'd probably pick up the heart if I was already done the game. And we're going to shut the dam now. Then we'll be doing a very quick check of the Zora area with the flippers. That opens up a few extra things to be part of the logic rather than be a sequence break like we'd normally do. Flippers are also sometimes a decent sign if we find hookshot of a Agiseed, and the reason why that's a good sign of an Agiseed is just because of the way that the game routes. The flippers and the hookshot are able to be used together to access the rest of the Dark World in a very inconvenient way, but they are able to be.
ACM electing to pick up that 50 rupees as that gets them that much closer to being able to afford Zora's fee.
You know, probably do it before going there with the money as.
Absolutely.
Worst case scenario, can try and quake some things to stun them and see shut the stun. Oh, there's a fire rod. That's helpful. And that hookshot that I was talking about just now. So we'll be keeping an eye out for the lamp and the Master Sword.
Yep.
Or a cape.
Absolutely. Yeah, Aga Watch is definitely on.
ACML jumping straight into the water. Got the money, is considering Zora right away.
And there's a critical pickup with the Power Glove in the right waterfall chest.
That's always a useful item to find. It's probably one of the most important items in the game. I'll see if anything's on the ledge here, or I guess I missed it.
It was just
nothing.
20 rupees. Now B will definitely be saving quitting out of as soon as Zora provides him his item.
Oh, and it's just a 20 from Zora as well, so.
A 4% refund. Nah, I've seen. You could do better than that, my man.
ACMLM going to Death Mountain, it looks like, with that hot shot. It's not a bad sequence break.
Let's see if he checks the lumberjack ledge beforehand. No.
No, he won't.
Yep.
Oh, there's more money up at Ice Rock Cave, so that's a good step if ACMLM doesn't have to go back there. ACM, as most good runners, they will prioritize high density areas over just making sure to hit everything. Okay, 5 rupees. It's always interesting to be up here because you can glean a lot of information. If you find the lamp or the flute up here, then you know that then you actually kind of know where the lamp or the flute is. or at least can kind of narrow it down.
Absolutely. You can definitely at least determine how early or what level you would be expected to collect it, since the logic dictates as such. And with that hook shot, ACLM is definitely going to check Eastside Death Mountain and get that all cleared out.
Yeah, it's a very good play with the items that they have. This hook shot is a big deal here. It lets you get to the other side and lets you grab information of the island and the sky. It gets you 8 items, which is very, very good section of the game. And it will, like I said, possibly give some information or help us sequence break entirely. And it doesn't look like the Paradox Cave has too much right now. Never mind. There's the Moon Pearl. Moon Pearl is quite useful. Not as useful as we'd like here because that doesn't give us any access. We really need to find that hammer or the other progressive glove. Okay, and now we're going to check Spiral Cave. Last item that we'll check here. Gotta pull out our hook shot for that. Looks like Sawney's going to go to Eastern Palace. And 5 rupees.
Yeah, it's no ice rod. Alright, and let's see where ACMLM will be heading to next.
Well, it's going to be Eastern because it's really all he's got left that makes sense. There's going to be something over here. Oh, and there's that cape. We still need the lamp, though. But it is starting to look like an adenum. So we're looking for the lamp, or we're looking for the Titan's mitts. We'd also be looking for the hammer, or any progression that would lead to any of these items.
All right, as ACMLM is about to enter, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Sawney's cam here to get an idea of what the items are contained within. And there's your lamp.
Okay, well, all that does is put oh, it's a crystal Eastern. Tell by the music. Eastern now is also in sequence completely, so they'll be finishing this up no matter what. I mean, they were probably going to anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and we're going to keep moving on.
All right, we got the big key for Sonny right before the big key chest. Nice and convenient. Now, will he decide to go for the vanilla big key chest or not? That would be a gamble. Looks like he will be giving...
That'll be a pretty silly thing to gamble on. Because if that with so few locations checked, you really want to avoid doing Adrenum. So you're not going to take this risk and then lose more time.
Absolutely.
Okay, doesn't look like anything else found, so we're gonna have to hope on Armos. Okay, and gonna move along through the dark room. Fortunately, didn't get to explain the easy way to do this dark room, but it essentially involves holding your sword out so that you're facing. You hold the back wall by pressing left up a little bit, and then right as you move through the room, shoot an arrow until it gets stuck on the mimic, and then move towards the mimic and kill him that way. You should know where you are. The hardest part after that is finding the pod and hitting it. Sonny going through this really well.
Mm-hmm. Getting both red Gurias in one round, and he's on to Armos. ACLM right behind.
Okay, well, let's see what Armos drops. Almost. Oh, looks like we're going to Adrenum. At the very least, Adina. One of the two. Yeah, looks like that's where he's going. It's straight to Adrenum. Picking up some extra hearts, even. Sonny, though, is going to do what Acmlm has already done and go to go to Death Mountain. Okay, moving on to Adrenum's Tower. And to kill all these guys with the bow, it's a lot easier. It's probably the best way to deal with these guys. Ball and chain guards can be quite annoying. With just the fighter sword, this place is actually pretty difficult.
Absolutely. Most of these guards take multiple slashes with the sword. Really, the bow and the fire rod are probably going to be the best options given their current loadouts.
I'd be surprised if we did see some fire rod usage in some of the later rooms with the red guards. Okay, and moving on through this room, which is probably my least favorite room in this dungeon, is this blue guard dark bridge. Get in Arthen. And continue to use the bow.
Very nice setup by ACM to get those guards. Multiple spin slashes in one go there with that early tap.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why Acmlm isn't printing out his fire rod here, but the death animation is pretty long, so if you can figure out quicker ways to do it, then go ahead. And we're moving along. Sonny missing the bomb jump there. Just gonna go up the normal way. And so the other fight is pretty simple. Just make sure that you stand to the left or right of him and you'll never take damage. Stand as close as you can to him as well. And that's basically to ensure that the time spent in the fight is as little as possible. He'll always shoot a red ball on his first hit of any phase. And both runners will always get the same amount of blue ball. We'll get the same adrenaline patterns every time.
Mm-hmm. That is fixed. That is something that is not necessarily randomized as far as it's randomized in order to make sure it's a fair race for both racers. And just another big 20 at the pyramid ledge there. Obviously will not be spending any time, as pretty much rupees are a non-issue for ACM at this point.
And we're going to actually see probably the hook shot. I don't think he's going to go to catfish. Unless the cat... Nope, never mind. We're seeing catfish. Something must have hurt him recently.
We are going to see what's in Agina's cave here from Sawneyrath's side of things.
He is actually tricking Agina. And
that will not pay off for him, as it's just a bomb capacity upgrade for him.
So the idea was required, which is good for Acmlm. Ooh. Just a 20. Where's Sonny going now? What hasn't he done? Oh, he has way too much money. He hasn't done... Zora?
All right, there's a Crystal Light World check. We have...
Oh, 3 Light World crystals.
Yep. And I saw Pod with the green pendant, and I believe Skull and Thieves were the other 2 pendants, and everything else is a crystal. I did not catch the other red crystal.
So ACMLM is going to continue moving through Skull Woods. Or through to Skull Woods. He does have the cape. This is always something you should do when you get an address seed. Is check this if you have cape. Oh! And it's something! That's what you check. That's a good deal.
It is indeed something, that thing being the Titan's Mitts, and that's going to open up a world of options for him now.
Yeah, with his current equipment, that actually opens up Ice Palace, which is unexpected. So that's actually huge. That opens up a lot of little items here and there. Without the mirror, not a lot of overworld that you want to do, but it's sometimes required. But man, it's not something you really want to do. I expect to see a map check hopefully soon.
Yeah, he checked map actually en route to right before he hit the cape here. I suspect a quick little run through a village of outcasts and maybe a pop into Skull Woods at this point. Although Skull Woods, I believe, was one of the pendants, so that may de-incentivize that.
Okay. Well, then in that case, yeah, I was going to say it depends on where the crystals and pendants are. But it's a green pendant, though. Oh, no, that's pod. Never mind.
Come on, ACM, don't be shy. Talk to the keeper. He'll let you play. There you go. And Meyer is the other red crystal.
Interesting.
So both southwestern dungeons are your red crystals in this seed.
Okay, so yeah, we won't beat around the bush now. It does seem likely that Sawneyrath is newer. I don't recognize the runner. They may not know that cape lets them in to Acmlm. One of the few downsides of this over a roguelike is you can't gain information to catch up to your opponent. Roguelike racing, you actually generally watch your opponent. And that's just because those races are usually much shorter. So it's actually, it was something that I had to get weirdly used to coming from a roguelike community to this one, when everyone was like, no, you can't watch your opponent. What? That's silly. And then I understood after. ACMLM not feeling comfortable about his hearts and actually goes and picks one up.
Yeah, it looks like Sawneyrath at this point is checking his work at this point. He's revisited the waterfall and is going up to Zora now. This will be his first check of Zora, so he's really hoping. Unfortunately, oh, he's not actually. Okay. Yeah, Stumpy offering a set of bombs for ACM's visit.
So yeah, with how large this tournament is, this can happen. The randomizer, as beginner friendly as it tries to be, there are seeds that are not.
Yeah, you really want to be able. It's in your best interest to know these little idiosyncrasies.
Oh, there's Master Sword.
Yep, there is the Master Sword indeed.
Was that a book as well? I couldn't tell. I saw something green and I couldn't tell what it was.
It was indeed the Book of Medora.
Oh, hello. Hi, Desert. ACMLM could run in Desert pretty nicely with his current PAL that he has. But he might opt to do the... No, you want... He could... Actually, this works out perfectly. He can go back to Dark World, grab the purple chest, save and quit, hand in the purple chest, go to desert. That'll work out very well. And you can complete the dungeon as long as it's not boots locked. And if it is boots locked, then he knows it's boots locked, and that's also very good. That's actually a pretty hype cave. 2 progression items, and that's why it was originally a hype cave, because it almost always had 2 progression items. That's a 5 out of 7 hype cave right there.
It looks like ACM is going to go ahead and check Dark World Death Mountain now that he has the Titan's Mitts in his disposal.
Again, this works with his common strategy. He will always go to where the most chests are every single time, whether that kills him or not. Acmlm will readily admit that he is not the best player anymore, when back in the older versions he probably was, and he was definitely even would say it, like he knew he was good. But lately his style of run doesn't really work with the newish logits, and he'll say that readily. He probably is got the highest variation in times that I see of a player who has the ability to win consistently. I've seen him end up in like the bottom quarter of races because of his stubbornness. But newer logits you can't really learn as of probably like V23-ish. Actually, right around the time that they removed progressive swords. And there's the mirror, and this is why he goes to areas, and the silvers, why he goes to areas that have the most items, because it will generally pay off. Skipping one-off locations is really good.
And we'll see what Medallion TR is going to require. And it's
Bombos.
Bombos.
So we already have that. We need the Ice Rod, though. And the Cane. We have a lot of items already. There's a heart. That's not exactly what you want to see at this point. There's the flute. There's another item with the mirror. That's going to let him route in Mire and Desert at the same time. We just need that cane. 2 more items on this mountain. Oh no, he already got those, didn't he? He's gonna go do. That's where he got the silvers in the mirror. Looks like we're gonna go and grab the Spike Cave. And this. And Hera.
And get Hera.
There's a lot we can check right now. Yeah.
He's going to go to Ether, get Ether, route in Hera, and then do Spike Cave, and that's pretty much Death Mountain, Sans Turtle Rock off the list.
In before we get a nice little Canis Mario from the sky. Good point. Jet pointing out our enthusiasm went a little high. We do need the hammer.
There's the small key from Harris. Is this going to be a basement? Yep, we're going to have to go through the basement first.
That's fine. At least we have a fire. At least it's not a bait. Alright, and tile room. Down. And we're getting the bid key here, no matter what. The speedrunner's curse, hidden in a lamp too quickly. You can use pretty much anything. The only thing that you can't do is gain help from the outside. You can't watch somebody else's stream. You can't do anything. You can use trackers, and that's usually a great resource during a race if you're newer. You can even watch like video tutorials. I used to have, still do have WQ's Ice Palace bomb jump tutorial, which is just him doing the Ice Palace bomb jump in like 2 tries, and it just shows a very good shot for doing it. So it gives me a good visual cue on how to do it. So you can absolutely do whatever you need to win the seed. You just can't look at your opponent. You can you can even look back at your own VOD. You can't ask for any help, though. You can use Doodle, but you'd have to find it without, say, asking your own question.
So unfortunately, with just 20 rupees and a bomb capacity upgrade, we're not going to find anything of significance here in Hera, but it is a crystal out of the way for ACM.
And that is a fairly big deal.
It looks like ACM is about to realize what we also realized a few moments ago, that you do not have the hammer, I'm afraid.
Hey, see, even the best of them make these mistakes. And continuing on, Acmlm. Looks like he's going to go back to the Village of Outcasts to activate his flute. Probably going to go to Desert. I believe that would be the best. Desert Mire. There's a bunch of other things he can do, though, so... But I think that's the biggest concentration of chests.
Yeah, it definitely has the highest density in one space, especially since he has not yet checked Agina's cave as well.
Well, the big one is that he has the mirror, so he might walk the chest there. That's an option.
That is a fair play, absolutely.
Because he can check Bombos there, check Agina. And then, fun thing, if you're grabbing the chest, the item... Oh no, he's fluted. He's just gonna go. Like I said, he doesn't like the one-off locations. So, Adina, interesting thing is, it's faster to save and quit if you're at the item in Adina's cave, to Lynn's house, and then flute in. If you have the flute back to 6, that is actually faster.
Oh wow, I did not know that. That's a interesting little.
It is. There's 2 screen transitions and a long walk that you can't really dash through.
I'm not surprised, but it's good to know.
Yeah, I learned that one day, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting piece. Other interesting things you wouldn't think is if for some reason you hobo, if you're going to Eastern, it is not faster to swim around to Eastern, and it's just because of how slow swimming is at diagonals. And
it looks like Meyer is Quake Medallion, so the medallion situation is taken care of.
So we actually got both the medallions early, and that does lead me to think that Meyer is going to have something. I'd be very surprised otherwise. And it doesn't look like it was required for boots. It looked like a compass, but I couldn't tell.
No, it was a small
Chest
key
season
on the
so far.
torch.
Oh, never mind. Okay, well, it's locked then.
Yep.
So Myers probably the play here, I think. We're gonna see checkerboard.
Wow, a one-off location check by ACM. Truly, miracles do happen. From Checkerboard Cave to Aguinez Cave for ACM, I believe it was just a bomb capacity upgrade in this location coming up. All right, ACM is going to warp back into the Village of Outcasts Dark World spot. Let's see where he
Probably
decides
gonna
to...
go with Sea Stone's a pendant. Never mind. I don't
Yeah,
know.
both of these dungeons are both pendants. He's going to go ahead and check Skullwoods, it looks like.
Green pendant is a much better check, and Skullwoods is generally a good check. Skullwoods in the front half of Thieves Town is pretty good. These are actually kind of the worst pendants, honestly. These three, because they're high density, close by, early accessible. So the fact that they're pendants means that they aren't technically required, but they will probably have something in them. The biggest thing we want to avoid, or he's going to look to avoid, is going to the east side of Death Mountain. Or sorry, east side of Dark World.
Well, there's only one item left in Skull Woods, as we found a bottle in the opening chests here. Because we did not find a small key in the first two chests, ACM is forced to do this bumper room here in order to progress.
And yeah, if you see some people asking in chat, yeah, as a V29, you're able to change your heart color into green, yellow, blue, or red. And that's actually primarily for colorblind people, because they couldn't tell the red and the black hearts apart, so they couldn't actually tell what their health was. Which is obviously, I mean, colorblindness is a serious issue. And we are again a pedestal check here. This is possible. There's a lot of items that could be on pedestal. Samari,
Ice Rod,
yep. Almost always Ice Rod. The boots even could be there. The shovel or the mushroom or the powder could be there.
Or just couch cash and moving right along. Let's see.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what we have.
Yeah, couch cash. Just move. I believe that's like it's a very high percentage. There's a lot of couch cash in the pool.
Oh yeah. ACM probably doing that ped check to ensure that he did not need to complete Skullwoods, as he had already collected both items in Skullwoods, so no need to do the back half now that the pedestal is out of there.
I really do feel for Sawneyrath right now.
Absolutely. This is a hard way to learn about the idiosyncrasies of Acmlm access, but It is unfortunately something you need to have the knowledge for in case you get a seed that requires it. And I'm sure this is going to be the last time Sawney comes across this roadblock.
Yeah, so we're going to see what ACMLM finds here. Otherwise, this is going to be a double dip. He's going to try to avoid the pendants as much as possible. Okay, and ACMLM going through the cutscene here. Okay, and ACMLM to continue moving on.
Mm-hmm.
He really does want to find Vanilla Cane here.
Absolutely.
That would be best case. And then he probably go straight up to Turtle Rock, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most times you'd be cursing the seed that puts a vanilla cane of Samaria, but this time it would be actually quite the blessing.
And there's the hammer. That'll do.
Yeah,
That'll do.
Decent alternative. Yeah, sure.
That gives us completion of and the powder. Oh, that's
magic.
Kind of ironic.
So that's magic bat in a dungeon for you.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, we already had access to magic bat with just the powder on top of what we had. But yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, we're gonna go do hammer pads in that, probably. Hammer pads, magic bat. We can do swamp now. That's cool. That's where we're going after this, for sure. And then probably right after that, Ice Palace.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely looking like a swamp visit at this with that warp. He could not complete Meyer because he did not have the Cane of Samaria.
ACMLM, you need a portal. Oh, he forgot his portal. I'm confused now. Oh no, this is Sawneyrath. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. That's.
I was looking at the wrong. My brain in this late hour went watching ACMLM and then like swapped over to Sawneyrath because they're doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, ACM is really looking for any combination of either the boots, Ice Rod, and Canis Maria. Once all those three are collected in whichever order they will, that will seal the end.
Oh, oh.
Ooh, do we have do we have an epiphany on Sawny's side?
Possibly.
And there he goes. Sawneyrath will now be able to progress in this seed.
There we go.
He is now inside Acmlm's tower through the magic cape.
Okay, and we're gonna see what is in Swamp.
ACMLM electing to go ahead and get the left side out of the way before proceeding to face Argus. Get this all done in one go, of course.
Hey. ACMLM is not trying to skip left side, which is obvious. Jesse, Sawneyrath is a little bit low on health. You have to be careful here.
Just bombs and a big 20 for ACM on the left side. So with that out of the way, we'll now see him proceed to the back half and get this all completed out.
Okay, and Sawneyrath's about to go in. Hopefully they know that they can stay on the left and right to not take damage ever in this fight.
It certainly looks like he does, and he's giving Acmlm quite a wide berth. You do not want to inadvertently hit him with the sword and effectively kill yourself.
It is a long fight. Like I remember, there were lots of blue balls.
I don't remember the exact count, but at least 3 or 4, I want to say.
Okay, come on. Come on, sir, give us something. We know that the progression isn't going to be in, what's it called? Maya. And one-shot kill with the arrow. And the arrow's back. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we're going to see a Bombos tablet check now, following the Swamp Palace completion. And just a piece of heart. Will we see ACM now go to Ice Palace?
Ether tablet looks like it's the no, it's the Ice Palace. That is the most logical next step. 3 items are sitting in that dungeon. Okay, so Sawneyrath now has to go through the steps that Acmlm has already done. You have to hook shot over the river. That is the only option.
And he's got it.
Not just a small key, but that's actually kind of nice. It does does mean that you can route a little bit better.
Yep, with that small key in possession after the Freezor room, you can retrace your steps and go back and do some of the chests that you would not be able to do until later if you did not have that small key in Ice Palace. Oh, and it looks like Sawneyrath just took a death there. That's about as flawless of an IPPJ you're ever going to see.
Yeah, Acmlm is not going to mess up a nice Palace bomb jump. For somebody at the still level Acmlm, it's basically like riding a bike. He could drop it for a couple months and just come back and you had a good time, like minimal practice. This game is very muscle memory for the most part. There are obviously RNG moments, especially with enemies, but that is actually what makes this game great. The bosses less so, but the enemies, the enemy RNG, especially in the end game, is actually what keeps this one pretty interesting. So, there's the big key.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a thing you can do there. I'm surprised ACMLM didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You can hook shot weirdly there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can grab onto the blocks below.
Hey,
there's...
I'll take that. ACMLM is going to do a quick bomb jump here. There's a few setups for how to do that. You can actually bonk and get the setup perfectly every time, I think. There's like a bonk setup for that. But either way, it's very similar to the other bomb jumps. It's just you only have to worry about making sure that your back is against the edge. That's just a dinky little compass.
Ice physics.
Pretty much.
So it looks like Cold Stare will be hoarding the final item of this dungeon.
And we are seeing Thieves Town for Sawneyrath. ACMLM now needs magic, so I'm surprised he actually used his powder there. I think you'll have enough magic though. I think you can even powder this fairy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you should have enough from the pots in the other room.
Yep, it should go right back to full and have enough to use.
Oh yeah, he also has bombos. So
yeah, he could always bomb those as a backup option as well. Yeah. And if you ever want to know how to dispatch Cold Stare, there you go.
That's not the perfect fight, but it's close, man. There's some poke dashes you can do, make it even better, but we didn't have the boots, so that's about as good as you're doing without those. With the boots, you can do that fight even quicker.
So we didn't really get any further progression there. So it looks
hey, look, half magic. It's chilling on the island there. I didn't even see that.
I think it's honestly the first time that we could see that, really. It looks like we're going to finally get a hobo check from ACM here.
I hate that now when you're invincible. So ACMLM now checking spots because they need to. A good option after this might be pod. But again, avoiding pendants if possible.
Yeah, pod looking more and more appealing at this point. I mean, there are 5 chests there. It is the green pendant, so if the seed was particularly rude, it also leads to Sahasrara, so we may see that sooner or later if nothing else comes up for him. We see Sawneyrath completing Thieves Town. It does not look like anything of particular value there was discovered.
ACMLM, yeah, it's to find out this dungeon don't have anything in it.
At this point, I had to assume he's not just checking the initial 4. He's going to do a full clear of this thing at this point. Or at least get the 4 items contained and then get out.
Oh, you know what? ACMLM actually is the hammer. I didn't make sure to check whether or not the hammer locked anything. You see, I'm getting the other small key that you need. Another bottle for Sawneyrath. And moving along through the hallway, and then using his powder quite a bit, ACMLM. And ACMLM, I'm going to go up through this hallway. This hallway is such pretty interesting if you have boots. You only save time dashing with boots if you're moving at least 4.5 squares, but each of those doors are 5 squares apart. So the optimal way is to actually just dash and then stop, dash, stop, dash, stop as you hit those doors, because you'll block off them otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And there was the ice rod in there. That's huge. That's the last item, so Sawneyrath is going to have to come back for that.
Mm-hmm. That's very unfortunate for Sawneyrath, as he's already cleared all of Thieves Town except for that, as he did not have the hammer. So that is quite unfortunate for Sonny, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm. Is there no actual way to T-dash? Oh, T-dash those doors? No, I don't think so. I just thought that's faster. You might be able to by, like, bump dash the sides, but then you'd be moving more. So the fastest way through that room is to dash, stop, dash, stop, dash, stop. Even if you could T-dash, it would be slower, because you'd have to angle yourself.
And prior to getting the purple chest, we're going to see ACMLM check the magic pad.
There did see Sawneyrath check Mothula. Nothing there. Sawneyrath doing this with just the fighter sword.
All right, so ACM is going to take this purple chest on a brief tour. See what's in K45.
Yeah, the chest, the item south of the grove. Sawneyrath ran out of magic. He's going to have to death warp, mirror, or leave and come back. Really, it's really actually useful to learn that room. There's a way to do it with just torches. It just involves knowing it. You can also silver arrows. Unfortunately, it doesn't have them yet. It doesn't look like anything. Looks like we're heading to pod.
Yep.
So lots of pendants, and ACMLM might be feeling the pressure a little bit. His playstyle really, he knows that his playstyle gets punished when it's these pendant dungeons that have his last progression. It's just the way that he prioritizes. These are the seeds that he loses on SRL. He is a very, very solid player, and his execution will always land him a good time. But especially when you maybe don't know your opponent, because I've personally never caught Sawneyrath in a race or in race planning.
I checked. He did not have any SRL races that I could tell in Randomizer. So, complete mystery going.
Yeah, and I would say of the 512 participants, there's probably a good 300 of them probably don't race on SRL, and of those 300, I'm gonna go ahead and say 10% will probably make it into the bracket. 10% of those people will probably make it either close to or in the brackets. Maybe even more, but it's just crazy that we're going to be down to 128 after this, considering we've got 512 right now.
Top 25%. We'll move on.
And only 4 people will hold the illustrious title of 0 and 7, which is why it's funny that so many people think they're going to go 0 and 7 and don't understand the amount of active effort that would have to go into that. So
well,
you can at least know you will probably not be 0 and 7.
Well, I'm 1/7 of the way there. We'll see what happens.
The other thing is that you, racer who goes 0 and 7 or 1 and 6 or 2 and 5, you are infinitely better than that than the person who comes in and maybe is a little bit rude to you, because you actually you took the time and the thing to come out and race. And Sawneyrath unfortunately ran into a problem there. Anyone in this tournament, as far as I'm concerned, is better than any random chatter who didn't participate. Sorry, random chatters. Yeah, unfortunately, this hallway is awful. Sawneyrath really should go and do other things other than Moth. It's not to say what they're doing is wrong, but with how difficult it is, it's better to just go and try to find other swords. Usually, even experienced runners will delay Moth for better swords. It's a hard fight. It takes a long time.
Absolutely. You should honestly, the Wallmaster's trying to give him a hint here, and unfortunately, he's just is hell bent on getting through this hellway.
We're gonna see. You see, well, I'm going to continue to check these rooms that would normally be dark, but luckily we have the lamp. Kind of required to get here this time. Grabbing some more keys.
Still has yet to find the big key, otherwise I'm sure we would have seen a hammer jump.
And it doesn't look like there's anything in this dungeon. Could be on Green Pendant, though.
Yeah, it's probably the last thing ACM wants to do, but at this point you are just really scraping the bottom of the barrel for locations here, so you want to check, get King Helma and check Sahasrara at this point.
Okay, and ACMLM, more cutscenes for him. Okay, and ACMLM fighting out the Helmasaur, and he's pretty much it the easiest way. Saving the menu time as well by not menuing the silvers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're ready to see the Dream Pendant hand in.
And he just offers a board for that sword.
Wow. That's unfortunate. And Sawneyrath in their first sword upgrade. Okay, I'm not 100% sure where ACM is going. Let's check in the mirror ledge over here. Okay, and we're gonna see what's in this ledge right here. It's just piece art.
Meanwhile, Sawneyrath is entering Desert Palace, and he'll soon discover that he will not be able to progress much in this palace without the Pegasus boots in his possession.
Ether, tablet, and Spike Cave are left, because we didn't have Hammer last time we were here. If anyone remembers ACMLM jumping down to Spike Cave and then saving Quidden, when he remembered he didn't have the hammer in tow. And there's the cane, so we're going straight to Death Mountain.
Turtle Rock, here we come.
Yeah. Oh, right. That's the awkward thing about Spike Cave with Add Your Dead and Mirror in hand.
Nope, looks like he's going to go ahead and get Meyer out of the way before TR, which... If there's no items left in Meyer, he just has to complete it at this point, so it's curious.
I guess it doesn't matter when he does it, actually, when it comes to Meyer, route-wise. Although, actually, no, it does.
Yeah, it does. If boots are in Turtle Rock, then...
maybe he forgot he checked both items, maybe. He might have forgotten that this place was loaded. Pretty sure this was the loaded dungeon. Yeah, 2 out of 2 good progression items. I had at least 1.
Hammer and powder, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah. Magic bat. Yeah.
So ACM will be making a beeline for Vitreous, which, with the silver arrows in his possession, should serve very little trouble.
Okay, and we're going to see this. And we're going to keep moving on, and hopefully we're going to see a clean Vitreous kill. Some archery practice.
So there's Meyer done and dusted for ACM, and I would have to imagine Turtle Rock is next on his agenda.
find that comment very suspect, Taddy Apple, when he has hit 3 of his progression items as the last possible location. At this point, he had a very good mid game after adding them. It worked out, and then everything after that has just kind of gone downhill. His execution, though, is literally top of the line in Randomizer. Probably top 5 players at this point. Alongside TGH and Kransoon, and probably like, yeah, I would say execution, movement, and all that. That's like top 5 for him.
Mm-hmm.
Christos, Andy, TGH. We are, in fact, looking for the boots. We already have confirmed of a boots-locked desert seed. At this point, everything has been checked that can be checked. Stallwood's boss and Thieves Town boss both did not have an item. Sawneyrath actually will need to go back to Thieves Town to get, I believe it was the ice rod in the big chest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then Golden Gloves on Bumper Cave. Okay, there's a big key and a small key.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the mushroom. Oh no, that might be the boots, but it doesn't matter. We can full through this dungeon luckily, so that's convenient. It doesn't matter what we find here. If we find the boots, then we can possibly skip some chests, but otherwise, we're just looking at full clear either way.
Mm-hmm. While ACM is further progressing in TR, we see Sawney going and getting his Titan's mitts on the Bumper Cave ledge.
Yeah, we're gonna get this.
And there's your boots at long last at the TR Big Key location.
Dang, that is that would have sucked if this was Key Sanity.
So at the 96th minute of play, ACM has entered Go mode.
That's correct. No more fetch quests. And we'll just have to make a quick trip back down to Desert Palace.
ACM still needing to check chests for small keys in order to complete Turtle Rock.
Okay, we're going to hit the switch here. And so he's doing laser bridge. You got the boots. Okay. He need a small key. Derp, I didn't see a small key count. That's right. And we're gonna see Acmlm. Take his frustrations out on this Trinex. And there's the gold sword. How convenient. That's fantastic.
That will make a slight improvement to ACM's damage output. It's not something necessarily needed, but a nice little luxury to have. And ACM does he think he's okay? I was about to say, it's like, why are you? There you go.
And we're gonna see the last dungeon. I do like that he ran to GT, which is cute. Okay, we're going to continue moving through here. Big key right there, so we can mirror out. And we can move on to the boss. Oh, he entered through this side. Yes, that's faster than the mirror strat, than going through the back door. I guess the back door is the left door.
Recent teen in the chat making the very astute observation of that he did that portal after TR so he could quickly use that portal on his way back to get access to GT in that fashion.
Oh, I guess. There can't be that much. I guess that saves a little bit of time over taking going to the Turtle Rock portal.
And one more cutscene for good measure.
Yeah, this was pretty much a full clear seed.
And 1 hour 42 plus minutes in, we have Acmlm on the way to Ganon's Tower.
Mm-hmm. We're still gonna be sub 2, even with all the full clearing.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, I don't think any of the pendants that were actually needed. Not a single one. Well, wait, no. Ice Rod in Thieves Town was, but that's it. Pod had nothing. Stall had nothing. Green Pendant wasn't anything.
Mm-hmm. All right, chat, go ahead and get your guesses in. Which of the 22 chests upcoming for ACM will the big key be located?
Did we do start? Oh, we did. Thanks, Bob. I always go with 22.
I'll throw out a 4, just no reason.
There's a 1 and a 2. And in the future, if you want to be part of the leaderboard for the game, feel free to subscribe or donate a total of 250 bits across the channels. You can subscribe to any channel, and your GTP leaderboard tracking will work on every channel. Yeah, that's it. And also, of course, the most important thing to support speed gaming is actually just to follow and continue watching and supporting the runs. And there are 6 speed gaming channels that you can follow and help out. And there it is. That's number...
That was number 5.
3, 4, 5. That was a very quick one there. Oh, and it'll fall there, but that's fine because then you can dash straight through if you did hit. And we're gonna keep moving through, and this was a decent gauntlet. This last room is can get out of hand though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As it did there.
Despite that, still a satisfactory gauntlet for ACM. Now onto land mode 2, and that just happened. What nice one cycle.
And doing the torch room here with the lonely fire bar. And we're moving on to Bold Arm 2. So Acmlm, I actually can't remember if he's able to do the shorter hovers, but he's not doing it today. Shit in the chest. A little bit of rando instance right there. He's fully equipped. He didn't really need anything there. Although another heart wouldn't hurt in his current situation. And Adnam 2's down. Very clean fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Sawneyrath is continuing on as well here. And he's just gonna wait. He's gonna wait here until after Ganon shoots his head and tries to lift up his thing. So otherwise, those attacks won't count.
Mm-hmm.
You can attacks only count during the phase, not during the transitions. And he does a double one cycle, which is very easy with the sword. Okay, and oh, misses the. Tries to get torch glitch with a actual just like well-timed fire shot, and almost did. Misses the triple there a bit, but follows Ganon straight into another shot.
And with that, ACM will take this match with a unofficial time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 11 seconds. Very well played by ACM.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, looks like Sawneyrath currently pausing, possibly to say GG.
Yeah, well, the timer's been reset for him, so it...
Oh, okay. Probably a 5 a.m. Or where? Sorry, it's not 5 a.m. It's 2 a.m. for me. 3
well, it's
a.m.
5 a.m. somewhere, so...
Yeah, could be 5 a.m. for him if Pacific. Sorry, yeah, Pacific time. Or sorry, Atlantic time.
Other direction. There you are. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll see if they want to jump in here for an interview. I don't know if ACMLM has the link or not. I know Sonny's in here, but or could jump in here. One second. There's ACMLM. ACMLM does not do the voice interview, so in that case, unless Swanee does, I'll ask.
Yes, I didn't expect ACM to break his vow of silence on this, but you never know.
Hammer Ocarina Hammer felt good. Ice Rock 2. Yeah, your route in there kind of... that route in worked out really well for you pretty quickly. And then the Samaria obviously was last possible location, and the boots are pretty late in TR. So I'm expecting a pretty high collection rate. I am curious to see what it is. But we'll see if Sawneyrath. Yeah, Sawneyrath is going to join us for an interview, and we did get confirmation that Sawneyrath did forfeit. Hello, Sawneyrath.
Hello.
Sorry about the way that all went down.
It's okay. It's a today I learned moment. I actually didn't know I could go into Aga with the magic cape, but I know for future reference, which will help.
Mm-hmm.
So what led you, what did you just look it up? Were you just like, just gotta look up how to continue with this seed? I didn't see you pause, so... Oh, you just went there and then we're like, okay. that's fair. Yeah, no, it's something that never comes up if you played this game as extensively as it did. It is one of the common pitfalls, so that's quite a normal thing to happen to people. It's just it happens to you on a much larger stage, which obviously props to you for going on said bigger stage, and you got the unlucky draw of ACMLM in the first round. It's not that great of a first shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the comment during the race that this would be the last time that mistake would be made, and you kind of alluded to that. It's kind of a rough way to learn that particular wrinkle of Rando, but hey, that's further knowledge that you can put in your back pocket and utilize in the future.
Exactly. I mean, it was one of those things that I felt it was kind of obscure, but I had to give a last-ditch effort at some point.
Mm-hmm. This really was this seed was a Magic Cape showcase in a lot of ways. Basically, every way the Magic Cape can be relevant in Randomizer, here you go. You had Magic Cape to get to Acmlm, you had the Magic Cape to get to Bumper Cave. So a lot of times it's not a relevant item, but in this seed it was very critical.
And I mean, ACMLM also had some really good routing, minus the Cane of Samaria and Spike Cave Hammer. I can't remember where Hammer was, but Ice Rod was in Thieves Town Bid Chest.
Yeah, Hammer and Meyer, I believe.
That's what it was, yeah. So all you had to really do is head to Meyer area and you would have been on the path, but yeah, it's understandable to not want to necessarily finish a seed like this.
Yeah, I was
blames you at this late hour.
I was thinking about heading into Meyer while I was over there, and I went for desert. I don't know why I went for desert, because I knew I didn't have boots, but...
Yep. Boots ended up being in TR, but yeah, so you basically go to TR with the intention of clearing it anyway, and then you end up with the boots. There's nothing gets complicated after that, luckily.
Yeah.
You do find a mushroom early, and then you're bailed out of having to go on a fetch quest. So that all worked out. But yeah, I do want to thank you and ACMLM very much. If you guys liked what you saw, ACMLM does a bunch of games, variety of high-level speedrunning, primarily known for ALTTP and Randomizer. Sawneyrath, primarily known for RPGs, FF4, and the like. So if you're into SNES RPGs, that's another reason. So if you did like what you saw today, you can feel free to follow both. Do not forget to follow the SIT's speed gaming channels, as well as the 4 ALTTP Randomizer channels, so that you don't miss any of the tournament. And if you have a favorite racer that you want to keep an eye on, make sure you keep an eye on the schedule, because not every race is getting restreamed. So if you want to watch someone's race, you may have to pull up their stream and pull up the other person's stream and just kind of watch it yourself without the commentary and all that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Sonny, thanks for coming in for the interview. I pretty appreciate your time. I'd like to also give a thank you to our tracker for this race, Cassidy Moen. Thank you very much for keeping a good eye on both sides of this race. And thanks, guys, for staying up late for us here in the Americas here. Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, we're about to see. Well, we'll stay on at least until we see the last stats here. People like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, five is being used literally every day. 6 should be up in active use soonish, from what I hear, and it looks like it's a 162, which is pretty high for a top player. But yeah, so yeah, so as of right, just to clarify, yeah, 5 and 6 are currently being used, or 6 will be used somewhat soon. There are a lot of races tomorrow, by the way, so do not miss your favorite runner.
Yep, I am going to be commentating another one of these in less than 8 hours, so I better get some sleep somewhere in there.
I think I'm restreaming in about exactly 7 hours, so go ahead to sleep. Thank you very much again, CD and ACMLM, and have a wonderful night, everyone. Enjoy the vlogcasts. There might also be another race starting. Nope, looks like that one's not happening. Have a good day.